welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I'm Connor Williams, and this is a player ratings video from the Everton Crystal Palace game in which Everton won 3-0 from the weekend. It was on Saturday of the 22nd of October. There's about, I don't know, about 14 players, I think, including subs, so let's get right into it. Starting off with the goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. I thought he had a solid game, yeah, didn't do anything particularly wrong, I didn't think. Made a couple of saves. I think he made 2 saves. His goals expected against would suggest that he should have made them. But yeah, I'd say Pickford had an all right game. Can't really dig him out of anything. I think most players had a good game. This isn't like the Newcastle game where there was a lot wrong and I was sort of digging out the players because there was a lot wrong and nobody scored highly. This game is quite the opposite. A lot of players scored very well. So yeah, Jordan Pickford, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. Next, we move on to Seamus Coleman, who's obviously filling in for Nathan Patterson and is the captain for us. Again, Seamus Coleman, a player that gets called out when he makes things wrong, the game passing him by, etc., etc. Don't think he did anything particularly wrong in this game. Had a dribble or so, couple of passes into the final third. Not as good as he used to be. I don't think, but we all know that. Got caught out twice, dispossessed twice. But I thought he won most of his tackles, cleared, recovered all right. I can only remember one time he was completely skinned and dribbled past. Committed 3 fouls, but I don't think he was an awful player. I think he did all right. I'm gonna give him a 6.9. I thought Seamus had quite a good, or maybe even 7. I'd give him a 7 as well. I thought he had a good game. Next we have Connor Cody. Really solid game again from Cody. Good passer of the ball, isn't he? He's really, really good. Decent passer, decent tackler, decent clearances, blocks, recoveries, ground duels. He's just a really, really good, solid player. I'm going to give him a 7.3 out of 10. I think he was very, very good. Tarkowski, I'm going to give a 7.5. Really, this guy's really, really good, isn't he? We knew it from Burnley. They'd be good defensively, but wow, what a player. Match of the day, we're actually saying maybe he should go to the World Cup as he's one of the best English centre-backs currently playing. I think even Danny Murphy might have said that. And if Danny Murphy compliments an Everton player, something's going right. Like I said, his passes were decent, but his blocks, his clearances, his headed clearances, his interceptions were great. Won a lot of aerial duels. That's the thing with him. Cody wins a lot of the ground duels and the tackling, while Tarkowski is capable of that. I'm not saying he's not. He just wins so much aerially. So I'm going to give him a 7.5. Next, we have left back, which is Mykolenko, a player who very, very good defensively, isn't he? I know people say he struggles attacking wise. He did have a shot in this game. The shot wasn't anything to massively worry about for Gaeta. Not many chances created, which is what people do say about him. But listen, he's what he lacks in that, he makes up for in the fact that he's defending is good. He recovers well. I think he's only 23. We've got Leighton Baines in the back room somewhere. We've got Ashley Cole in the first team. Don't rule him out just yet. It can be trained into him to get a little bit more forward and to put in some more crosses. So I wouldn't worry about him just yet. Now the midfield, I'm going to do the subs at the end because we made 5 subs. We have Onana, first of all, on that left centre mid. Solid game. Onana, really good player. His passing accuracy was very, very high. I think it was like 91. He did have a chance as well that was blocked. Had 51 touches. Accurate long balls were good. Passing to the final third. He had 83% tackling. Made 5 recoveries, 2 clearances. Really is it could be a really good player for us. I think he could really be a great box-to-box midfielder. Obviously, absolutely giant lad as well. We say on this channel quite a bit, or I do definitely. As soon as he learns how to head that ball accurately, he's going to be something. Like, forget Fellaini, this, like, if he could head the ball, would be unreal. Next to him is obviously Idrissa Gana Gueye, who played 86 minutes. Solid game from Gay. I thought sorry, for Onana, I'm giving him a 7.6. For Gay, I'm going to give him a 7.6 again. He had a couple of bad games, Idrissa Gay, but I think he's sort of made himself up for that in this. He was really, really good. Accurate passing of 84%. Semi-accurate long balls, half of them. One half of his tackles, 3 interceptions, 8 recoveries, was only dribbled past once. When you think how good Palace's side is for dribblers as well, that's nothing, to be shone at. Only committed 1 foul. I thought he had a solid game, 7.6. And here's the main man himself, Alex Iwobi. Gonna give him an I'm gonna give him a 9. I'm gonna give him a 9. I'm gonna give him a 9. He was man of the match. He was man of the match. He got 2 assists, played the full 90. Had a couple of chances on. Had a chance on goal. Wasn't great. It wasn't a great chance, and I don't think it was going to go in. Created 3 chances though. Decent pass percentage of accuracy. Long balls were decent. Successful dribbles weren't quite there for him, but he made so much happen. That goal, that assist for Dwight McNeil's goal. Don't get me wrong, the Calvert-Lewin one was good. Calvert-Lewin did a lot of work winning that back, but Iwobi had to put the ball in. But that assist for the Dwight McNeil one, he doesn't know McNeil's there. He just gets the ball. He knows somebody should be there, though, if somebody's doing their job. So he back heels it back into just in front of the 6-yard box, and Dwight McNeil's there. It's a really nice goal. One of the better Everton goals I've seen in a long time. So yeah, Alex Iwobi, a solid 9 out of 10. The Alex Iwobi revolution is still on fire. He was in my fantasy football. I put him in, forgot to switch him off the bench. He got 12 points. But I think he could be a solid starter in my fantasy from now on. Should have had him in a lot earlier. Alex Iwobi, hats off to you. What a player. Next, we have Damari Gray. I think Gray struggled in this game. I think he really did struggle. Played 73 minutes, got 2 shots. One was saved, the other was blocked, which is, unlucky. 79% accuracy, not much in the expected goals. I just think he had an okay game. There was nothing massively bad about it, but he didn't exactly set the world alight, did he? So for Damari Gray, I'm giving him like a 6.5. I think that's fair. I think 6.5 is fair enough for Damari Gray. Now we have Calvert-Lewin. Good to see him amongst the goals. I thought he had a really, really poor game against Newcastle. Really poor. Back in front of the Goodison crowd. Fantastic. Calvert-Lewin of old almost, which I saw a couple of people say. He just went after it more. Like I said, he won back the ball for his goal, which was great to see. And it was a decent finish as well, with his right foot right down the bottom. It's a really good first time finish from him, which is what he can do. Everyone just assumes he's, a headed player, but he's got a bit of pace about him and he's great with his feet. I said this on the channel and some people disagreed with me. He's more clinical than Neil Moipai, in my opinion, and I said it and got some flack. And I think as a fan base, certain people were very quick to sort of rule him out because of his injury issues. But when he plays, he's actually, we're a better team for it. He's a fantastic striker. I can't tell you how big of a fan I am of Calvert-Lewin and how much he boosts his team. Somebody tweeted saying wrap him up in cotton wool. That's because he's so important. I think some of our fans and the people who were arguing when I said he was clinical were doing a real discredit and very quickly had their head on a wobble because he's very, very good. He had a solid game. I thought shots, all right, he only had 1 out of 1, and that was a goal, which is what I'm saying. He's clinical, but he helps the build-up play so much, passes into the final third with 3. He chases after the game, and this is him just his second game back. He will get a lot better. He'll be back to the Calvert-Lewin of old. I'm going to give Calvert-Lewin an 8. As am I going to give an 8 to Anthony Gordon, another player that I think has been struggling as of late, but managed to redeem himself a little bit here. The goal was a tap in. The goal was incredibly lucky. I'll give him that. It had like a 93%, 0.93 XG. It was hard not to miss. I think it was harder to miss it, but he had to be there to follow it up, and he was. He had decent accurate passing as well. Don't get me wrong. Decent touches, final third. He passes into the final third. We're all right. He dribbled as well. Made 7 recoveries, did the defensive work. I'm going to give Gordon an 8 as well. I thought it was a good game from Gordon. Now we move on to the substitutes, all 5 of them. I'm not going to do Decore and Tom Davis because they only got 4-minute brief cameos, so we didn't really see a lot from them. Starting off with the man who came on first and got the goal in Dwight McNeil. Decent goal from McNeil. I think if any player needed a goal at Everton, it's Dwight McNeil. Played 17 minutes. Like I said, Iwobi did really well, but Dwight McNeil made the goal. He did I think it was a body feint, went down, passed it to Iwobi, kept running, followed where the pass would be if Iwobi had to pass it back, and got the goal. He deserved it. He's a player that I think needed it, but he really deserved it because he made that goal with his skill. He's so much more better on the left-hand side. I wish and hope that this was a message to Lampard. Don't stick him on the right. He's not an inverted winger. He's not an inside forward. He's your winger out on the left, where his strongest foot is. But yeah, really good game by Dwight McNeil. Well, the 17 minutes he played. I'm hoping this will kick him on a little bit now. Got the goal, but only played like 17 minutes, like I said, so I'm going to give him a 7.3. The goal was fantastic, but I can't really judge him much on else. 7.3, I think, is fair for him. Next, we have Neil Moipai. These are a bit harder to judge because they only get like 12 minutes. He had 2 accurate passes when he came on, 7 touches, 1 accurate dribble. Did manage to get a shot away, but that's a problem with Everton in general at the minute, not just him. I'm going to give him a 6.5. I think he just had an all right cameo when he came on. Same with James Garner. Picked up a yellow, played 12 minutes, 80% pass accuracy, won all of his tackles, 2 recoveries. I'm going to give him a 6.5. Didn't play a lot for me to say he did anything wrong. Didn't play a lot to say that he did anything brilliantly. But yeah, that was the player ratings, guys. They're a lot better than the Newcastle game. This game was a lot better than the Newcastle game. You can see in moments. I mean, I think playing at Goodison is going to be vital again this season, but you see in the moments we do actually have the players and the capabilities to play some really good football. It was really good to see, and it's a win that we needed. People were saying it's a must win, and I don't mean a must win as in like we'll get relegated if we don't, or someone's going to get sacked if we don't, but it was a must win as in like sometimes you have them where a must win is like you just need that to boost the players, the fans. And this felt like a must win. You just needed that boost. Crystal Palace at home clearly is the game to be for Everton. We had more XG, we had more shots. It was a completely different game to the Newcastle one. I do think that is because it's at Goodison Park as well. I think if we played them there, which we'll see later on in the season, hopefully we do get a result, but I think it'd be a bit of a tougher result. I said in the preview, I didn't think we'd get more than 1 goal against them if we won. I was wrong. Happy to be wrong. It was a great game. That's all we got time for. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and comment down below your thoughts on the game and your player reviews. Look forward to reading them, and I'll see you guys very, very soon for the next video.